Until 2 weeks back, there were 70 students from the UAE studying in universities across Japan. Until that fateful Friday, just one day after the quake, the UAE government sent a special chartered Etihad flight to Tokyo to evacuate all its nationals. Today I'm joined by two students who were there when the earthquake happened. Mohammed, to you first. You were sitting inside a classroom when you felt the quake.
Yeah, we were in the middle of math class in Tokyo. Then suddenly we felt something shaking under us. One of our friends said, "Everybody, it's earthquake, hide under the table." We were suddenly hiding under the table. Everyone was scared, and we saw the TV, which is hiding on the ceiling. We saw it was shaking. We were very scared. It lasted for 20 seconds. And after that, all of us went outside of the building, and everyone was gathered there. Everyone was terrified and petrified. Yeah.
Did you go back home that night? Did you all go back to your hostels that night?
No, that day all the train lines were stopped, and everybody had to stay at school. Teachers, my classmates, everyone had to stop and stay at school that night.
You were on board that Etihad flight that got you back from Tokyo to
Yeah.
the UAE. Can you tell us, how did you know you were to be evacuated? Who were you in touch with? How did you get back?
Yeah, that night, one of our friends, Emirati friend, came to school and took us to his apartment, and he said that we have to gather here for such further information from the embassy or something like this. That night we stayed at his house, and every 10 minutes we felt the ground shaking like this.
So the aftershocks continued all night.
Yeah, every 10 minutes, shock. Then the next morning, he told us that we have to go back to UAE by the order of our president.
Now, Saif, you are half Japanese, half Emirati. You were also studying there, and you've got relatives.
Yes.
You've got some relatives who are from Sendai, which is one of the worst affected. Are you in touch with them? What's happening there right now?
Alhamdulillah, I got in touch with them after one day of the quake, because the day of the quake there was no power lines, the telephone lines were cut, but we found them maybe after 1 day and a half. Alhamdulillah, all my relatives are fine in Tokyo, in Sendai, northern areas, and I was very surprised because just 1 week back, before the earthquake, we were sent there by a trip from the University of Tokyo. It was a bustling city in Sendai and Hachinohe and Aomori. It was a very nice city. It was normally a big city, but now everything is destroyed. I don't know what will happen from now.
Are you part of any relief work here in the UAE? Are you all doing anything to raise funds or help out your relatives and other people in Japan?
I heard that the Consul General of Japan, the Embassy of Japan, opened a bank account for relief efforts. It will be managed by the Japanese Red Cross. And I heard also that maybe Japanese women who are living in Dubai are making like a kimono fashion show, so as a fundraising, and all of it will be sent to Japan to assist in these efforts.
Thank you so much, Saif. Thank you, Mohammed. And for these students, the biggest question is some of them were due to graduate just next week, and now all of them have been issued travel advisories. They cannot go back to Japan just yet, so they need to know what happens to their future academically. Priyanka Dutt, Emirates 24/7.